Hey, John Keating here. I'm in my basement, and we're talking about the basement tapes here, number 7. Music to my ears right here. My little 22-pound furball Jetty Spaghetti All Black Yeti is just blowing trumpet sounds out of his nose for like the last 20 minutes, and it really is music to my ears. Not sure how long I'm going to get to hear that. The old man is getting slower and slower by the day, but he's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful little boy. He's a good boy every day, like most male dogs are. Um, Good boy all day, every day. 1914, Wills's musical celebrities. That's WILLS apostrophe S, musical celebrities. This was 1914, as we say. We are still dead ball era. And Beckett OPG is acting like it never even happened. There is not a lot of information up there, right? There's zero value, zero average value, no description available. And of course, we have 50 cards. That's 50, 50, nice, even amount of cards. So why don't we go over to TCDB and see what they say? Whoop, look at that. We have pictures. We have all sorts of fun stuff. This is the 1916 Wills's musical celebrities. Now, you may have heard me say 1914. This says 1916, second series. There seems to be a little bit of struggle between TCDB and Beckett OPG as far as when this set was unleashed on the public. But let's go. When we're on Beckett, we'll call it 1914. And when we're on TCDB, we'll call it 1916. So, second series, 50 cards. 1 3/8 inches by 2 5/8 inches. Let's see what we can find here. This is a wonderful little series of artists' paintings of some, I guess, at the time, very famous musical celebrities. Let's see if we can recognize any of these. We'll go to the gallery. Palestrini, right? So let's look at the back of these Will's is cigarettes cards. If I zoom in there, Palestrini, so named from the place of his birth, is generally supposed to have been born in 1514, but this is uncertain. Kind of like this here set itself, I guess. His fame rests on the fact that he completely revolutionized the church music of his time, giving it a more devotional tone. To Palestini, uh, is attributed the distinction of being the first composer to place the melody in the soprano part instead of the tenor part. Tenors would be males, sopranos would be females, altos would be females, bass would be males, just in case you're following along. Nice little number 1, second series. We've got some instruments there. I think there's some sort of thing you blow into a horn, maybe a lute or something like that with stringed instrument. But WD and H.O. Wills, Bristol and London, issued by the Imperial Tobacco Company of Great Britannia, Ireland, LTP, I think, or LT something something. Let's see here. It says at something each from all tobacconists. I don't know what that. I guess 1 cent each from all tobacconists. Albums for these picture cards can be obtained. So you can obtain an album of these picture cards back in the day, 110 years ago. Henry Purcell is number 2. He's got some great hair. I want to say mid to late 80s. Whitesnake, perhaps he was in, or maybe even Nelson. Maybe he was one of the Nelson brothers. Auber's in there. Daniel Auber. Nice little bio on him. Sir Henry Bishop, looking pretty, looking like he's all dressed up for his prison prom there. Giacomo Meyerbeer, that sounds like a weird name, perhaps Northern Italian with a name like Giacomo Meyerbeer. Hector Berlioz, Michael Balfrey, Sir George McFarren. He would eventually write Don't Worry, Get Happy. Sir William Sterndale Bennett, love that name. Love those sideburns, pal. Luigi Boccherini is, I'm sure he's Italian, right? Let's go to the next page, shall we? There is no card available for Sir Charles Halley. Anton Rubinstein, Sir Joseph Barnby, Edward Lloyd, Sir Alexander Mackenzie, Sir Frederick Bridge, Sir Hobart Parry, Vladimir de Pachman, Sir Frederick Cowan, Thomas More. These are like a lot of English composers, which Lady Halley is there. She was removed from production after original printing. So that's interesting. Didn't notice that on the previous card of Mr. Halley either. Sir Halley. Giuseppe Verdi, of course, well known. Did he write Aida? I believe he wrote Aida. If you listen to the song 10,000 Maniacs that sang, it's called Verdi Cries. It's a wonderful song. Natalie Merchant and her piano, one of my favorites. Arthur Nikitsch, he was removed from production after original printing as well. Robert Watkin Mills, Ben Davies, Ruggiero Leon Cavallo, Pietro Mascagni, Sir John Stainer, Felix Weingartner was also removed from production. Jules Massenet, and it goes on and on here. Hugo Becker was removed from original production. Harry Plunkett Green, Jean Sibelius, Ferruccio Bassoni, Granville Bantock, Madame Antoinette Sterling, Leonard. Maybe it's just Leonard. I'm sorry. Borwick, Liza Lehman, Leopold Godowski, Thomas Beecham. Page 5. We're almost done, folks. Landon Ronald, Moritz, Moskowski, Franz Chrysler, removed from production after original printing, but we do have a card here of old Fritz. I'm sorry, I called him Franz. Sorry, Fritz. Samuel Coleridge Taylor, Pablo Casals, Madame they would say that Agnes Nicole's. We would call it Agnes, but it's Agnes. Jean Girardet, Madame Kirkby Lunn, Joseph Holbrook, Madame Ada Crossley. One more page. Jan Kubelik, I guess. Madame Cecile Chaminade, and Elena Gerhard. She was removed from production. Dr. Arthur Somervale, William Bacchus, John McCormack, Marie Hall, and finally Micha Elman. So anyway, wonderful biographies on the back of there if you have time to read that stuff. I have, out of these, I have a whopping 5 of those. Pretty nice little cards, if you ask me. They are in my vintage non-sports box way back there in Top Loaders, I'm sure. So that was let's see here. That was the 1914 Willis Musical Celebrities. I'm not sure if they have a Burdick designation because they are British. So pretty sure that that's not, probably needed to be Canadian to be considered for Burdick's a wonderful little booklet that he put together. Let me see if I can find any packaging stuff here. Look at the old Wild Woodbine cigarettes, Star cigarettes by the Wills Gold Flake. It looks like a lot like the Gold Bond logo. There's a nice Gold Flake tin. It was a carton of cigarettes. So there you go, 1916, Willis's Musical Celebrities. I am out. That is the end of Basement Tapes number 7. Hope you enjoyed that. Cheers to all those with the big ears.